Alright guys, welcome back to Harvest Moon Farm. Today I am finally able to sort all of my cookies into these trays. So I've got all of these aluminum pans here, and then I have a post-it next to each one so that I remember whose is whose. And I kind of have them, I have several different sizes here based on the size of the family or people that they're going to. So I usually start with my chocolate chip cookies. So I'm just going to open this container that I was storing them in, and I try to open these without breaking these little plastic lids, but I usually do. Oh, I did. Oh well. So I have a few left out of this one container of chocolate chip cookies, so I'm going to go ahead and just put those in our own cookie dish so my husband can eat those. And then next I'm going to do the butterscotch chip. Next I'm going to do the peanut butter blossoms. And I kind of base how much I'm putting in each tray according to how big a family it's going to and how many cookies I have of that particular type. Cookies. I'll put some of those left in here so I can have some. Okay, next thing is the candied spiced pecans. And so I'm just going to put those in bags. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So I've got 2 kids who can't have the pecans because they have allergies. So the next thing I'm going to do are the little peanut butter Cheez-It bites. This is the bag for my friend that I always make her a special bag of these. I'm going to give her a little more and then I'll go back and refill the kids a little more. Alright, so there's my friends. Just for you, Jessie. Don't let your kids steal those. I'm also trying to save one so when the kids come over on Christmas, well, Christmas Eve, that there's plenty of treats for them to enjoy. Because usually by Christmas they're looking for leftovers of some of these things. So, plus it also gives me extras of some things if I want to make up a basket or make up a little goodie tray for somebody else that I think of, maybe other neighbors or something. Got the meringue cookies, so I'll do those. Next I'm going to measure out some puppy chow, and I'm going to use this sandwich bag for the neighbors, some of the smaller groups. Oh goodness. and I'll probably use bigger bags for the kids. Like I said, my kids love their puppy chow. Then I've got to start playing Jenga with their trays so I can get all their stuff in without smashing anything. So now I'm going to slide some of these trays out of the way because I need to cut the lemon bars and the cherry bars. Okay, so I'm going to take my bench scraper. So I've got the cherry bars here. I'm going to take my bench scraper and just loosen around the edges. And then I should be able to use my spatula here to get a hold of this and pull it onto my cutting board. And I'm just going to cut it with my pizza cutter. And I usually try and do 3 along the short edge. I mean 3, so I've got 3 rows of bars. And then this one I'm going to cut in half. And then cut each half into thirds. So I'm going to end up with pieces that are roughly a 2 by 3 little piece, or 1.5 by 3 little piece. Of course, mine are never even, so there's that, but they're roughly that size. Okay, and then I have just some press and seal here. You could use plastic wrap foil, baggies for that matter, whatever you want to use. But because these are, because the top, I don't want the topping to like get squished all over everything else. So I'm just going to tear off a little piece like this. And I'm just going to set some pieces right here in the middle. And I think I'm going to do 3 pieces for these smaller trays. So I'm going to reuse this little plastic container that had some cookies in it that I used all of, and I'm going to put the rest of this pan of cherry bars into it. Hopefully they'll all fit. I think they will. Maybe. Yeah, they will. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the lid on this, and it will go in the refrigerator, and that other pan, I'll cut it up after a while, put it in something, and go ahead and stick it in the fridge as well. The last thing that we have is our lemon bars. Alright, so I'm going to use the pizza cutter again. But I'm going to cut these in a diagonal. You may remember that we actually made 2 pans of lemon bars, but one of them was sitting too close to the edge of the table, and somebody who shall remain nameless, Bear, decided that he should have it while we were gone from the house. So I only have one, so the kids are the ones who are getting these. And I may make another batch later. Depends on how ambitious I'm feeling. I'm going to put the rest of these lemon bars in this container and put those in the fridge as well. So now I get to try to fit all these lids on. going to go ahead and stick the Post-its back on these as I'm done so that I don't forget whose is whose. And I do usually go ahead and tape these lids down as well, or use a string or something since they pop off so easily. Now this one of my oldest sons, because he's got the biggest family, they have 3 kids, and so I put more in there. So we might have to do some more finagling with theirs, because I don't want to break any of the cookies. Alright, their puppy chow did not fit inside, so that'll be separate, and they'll just get that with their pumpkin roll. Got all these trays made. Woohoo! Only thing I have left to go with them is the pumpkin roll, and I have those in the freezer until I'm ready to actually take these to people. So now I can stack these on my table and put my island back together and have it to use for space. So I'm so excited about that. Okay, so all our trays are filled. They're ready to go. I can take them to the kids tomorrow when I get off of work. I've got my island mostly back. Right now it's got a bunch of cookie jars and stuff on it that don't normally sit here, but I don't have any place else to put all these extra cookies. So I'll just leave them here, but now this is completely clean. I can use it for other things by just sliding this stuff down. So I just want to thank you guys for hanging out with me over the last week or so, week and a half I guess, while I made all my cookies and put all these trays together. I really appreciate all of you hanging out and your comments and your support. It's been wonderful, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you very much.